So let's talk a little bit about financial or functional bonding activities. Of course, in the beginning, there were financial bonds. Okay, and you remember that financial bonds rely on economic factors to gain customer loyalty. And there's nothing wrong with this idea of having customers financially tied to your business. Financial bonds are considered to be the weakest type of bonding activity, and the reason that we say that is because they are relatively easy to be copied by your competitors. Financial bonding activities are very important at the beginning of a relationship. They're often employed to actually get you to buy the product for the first time. And of course, they're also might be used to bring you back to the company if you haven't been around for a while, and they might be used to compete against companies who are trying to steal your customers. Most often they are more important in the early stages of the relationship because over time you'd like to build a strong enough relationship that it wasn't just financial, that there were other things that were bonding the customers to your business other than simply yours was the best price or your total price and total product category or product offering wasn't simply the best value. Financial bonds are those activities that reduce the cost in terms of time and money, particularly in comparison with other competitive offers. Some examples of this might, are things like introductory offers and rates. Financial bonds are the easiest to establish, but sometimes they're hard to sustain. And one of the problems is that if the only reason customers keep coming back is because you've got the best deal in town, it is quite likely that someone is going to come along and use that to try to take those customers away from you. One of the famous things that I always talk about in marketing is the idea of however you get customers is the way that you will lose customers. And so if the main reason that you got customers is because you have the lowest price, guess how it is you're going to lose those customers to a competitor? Well, some competitor is going to come along with a lower price than yours. Customer loyalty is primarily based on financial reasons rather than a specific service or product differentiation. Now, there's nothing wrong with this except that, like I said, it's hard to sustain over time because competitors will come in eventually and try to steal your customers by offering a better financial deal. But, so customer loyalty primarily built on economic incentives is difficult to maintain since the competition can entice customers away with financial-based short-term incentives. Evidence basically shows that financial bonds are not strong enough to retain customers over time. Financial bonding may be difficult for some organizations to achieve, and if low prices impact service quality, the value attached to the price might be threatened. And that is to say that if you try to compete with lower prices and as a result the product's not as good or the service isn't as good, then it might harm your overall business. All right, some financial bonding activities. Introductory offers for key prospects. All right, so the idea behind this is that if we get some prospects that we think are very promising and that we want to get them to become customers, we might offer them an introductory offer. An example of this, of course, are cell phone companies, but it's also the cable company. The cable company runs all sorts of introductory offers where the price will go up after the introductory period is over. Now, what most people do is what? They try the product for the introductory period, but they're not retained, and they drop the service as soon as the price goes up. Another example of bonding activities might be special offers for loyal customers. That is, we make some sort of a customer appreciation deal or offer for our best customers that we've had for a while. Of course, one of the other benefits of this is to re-engage customers that might have defected to our competitors over time. Another example of a financial bonding activity is a frequency or loyalty or rewards program. And of course, we can name a number of places that have things like this, right? Everybody from the boarding pass at Stations Casino to the Vons Club and the Smiths Club cards and the Albertsons Club cards, where we have a frequency or loyalty program where you get more and more benefits the more you use the store. All right, and of course, while this looks like it could be a structural bonding activity, and in some cases it might be, it's really all about creating a financial reason to remain a customer. Another financial bonding activity might be to bundle offers. This is this is the idea that we might bundle a number of things and make a 2, 3, or 4, or 5 year membership to, in fact, create a reason to financially stay in the relationship. We might offer price guarantees where we make sure that the customer has a peace of mind of knowing that if lower price can be found, they'll be compensated. An example of a company that does this is JetBlue. They reimburse airline customers if the price they paid for the ticket goes down. And this creates goodwill, and it also then allows the customers to have the satisfaction that they know that they got the best deal they could for that airline ticket. The final way to create financial bonds is to create an offer that is very difficult to replicate in terms of benefits offered and costs associated with it. Lots of times this is done by packaging things together that make it very difficult to unbundle. So also think about other things that are financial bonding activities. But anything that a company does to make it easy to stay in the relationship for financial or functional reasons is really all about financial bonding activities. In summary, the good news is that financial bonding activities are fast to employ, they're often used to start relationships, and are always a way to make the customer feel special when they know that they are getting a special deal. The bad news is they're easy to replicate by the competition. They tend to be shorter term, and they tend not to be as strong a relationship, and of course, they're not exclusive. So when we think about financial bonding activities, these tend to be, once again, a little bit more important in the beginning of the relationship, although they can be used throughout the relationship to thank customers for being loyal to us.